Welcome back. Today we are building a magician's home. So we're going to be using primarily Realm of Magic objects, build objects. And this house is for Finn. You can see them with the little plum bob in the front corner of the lot talking to their mom. They are a teenager, just moved out of the house and want to become a magician. So that is kind of where we're going with this. And I really couldn't figure out at first what shape I wanted the house to be. I knew that I wanted there to be kind of like a tower thing and like a balcony on the side, but I didn't really know exactly how I wanted that to look. So I was just messing around with some shapes here, and at first I was going to do it like that, but then I was thinking that's it just with the like little triangle pieces cut out of it, it just doesn't make sense. So I made it so that the octagonal shapes kind of met the square so that you only get like half, not even half, inside the square. And then, anyway, I can't say I'm not good at math. I majored in math in college, so I can't say that, but um, not great with geometry, I guess. So we are just making on the right side of the house there a little porch area underneath the room. So I wanted that part to be open. And then, maybe kind of a dueling area, maybe not, maybe just a porch, but I wanted to leave plenty of space for things like dueling and outside activities, just because inside the house is a little more cramped. So I didn't want to, use up all my outside space when I knew that things like that would need to happen for Finn to become a better magician. So that is what we're going with. We're just putting in some columns and some fencing. So there is that. And I'm just using the marble staircase. There wasn't a Realm of Magic staircase. And I didn't really like the Realm of Magic trim there, so I used this white one. That's my favorite. And then for the front, instead of having a roof overhang, I just put the little like lattice detail over here. And I actually like that fence. Usually when I put a fence on top like that, it fills in the room, but for some reason it didn't. So I'm just going to count my blessings there and then start working with the roof. It was a little complicated to work on the roof. I wasn't exactly sure how I wanted it to look, what shapes I wanted to go with. And I knew that I needed a roof trim because whenever you are going over a non-square shape, it just never meets the wall. So there is that, and then I just put these little details on top to fill in the space on the roof. I didn't want it to be just a roof with nothing on it. And then just some roofing details. Honestly, I don't really know. Like, I was just winging it. Just, hey, this looks cool, that looks cool. It's supposed to be a little eccentric because it is for a magician, so I wasn't really worried about going in the wrong direction at all. I really didn't know what I wanted to do with the roofing though. That was a tough choice because I felt like none of them particularly matched what I was going for. Like the grays didn't quite look gray like enough. It would be too light or too, I don't know. The shapes were weird, but I did mess around with that a lot before deciding on something. And then we are going inside. So inside, I'm just getting rid of the walls here because we don't need them. So I'm going to try and use as much Realm of Magic stuff as I can. I did make us a medium wall height first floor so that I could use the fancy doors. I really do like those doors with the stained glass. I think that they're pretty. So then we are going in with some windows. Again, this was just all on the fly. I had no idea what I wanted to do with the windows and stuff until I actually got in there and started doing it. So that was good. That was fun. I did want to use as many stained glass windows as I could, as much of that like aesthetic with the bed and the everything that has the stained glass on it. I just really like the way that looks. And we're just going to put windows in floor by floor. So we're starting with the first floor, putting some of the bigger circular windows on. And I was thinking about putting this little, what do they call it, like a balconette, but it didn't fit. And honestly, I don't know if that would have looked good on the first floor, so we do only put those on the third floor. On the rest of the floors, we put little planter boxes, so I think that that is really cute, and it kind of helps, you know, because these windows just end abruptly there at the bottom, so I think that the little planter boxes help with that. So I am just adding those, and I'm gathering my bearings because we're one computer update later from 2 seconds ago in this recording. My iMovie finally decided that it was through with not being updated. So that is where I'm at. But I am just going to add in the planter boxes on the second floor as well. And then on the third floor are going to go those balconettes. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll find out. And we are up to the third floor. Windows, just the usual, really nothing too exciting here. And then, yes, the balconets on this side. I didn't add anything on the other side because it's blocked by the roof, so we don't really need anything on that side. And now I am just trying to figure out the staircase. I wanted a staircase into the second floor and then a ladder up to the third floor because it's kind of like a little tower, so I figured a ladder would be fun. And um, I don't ever know what to do with those little squares that the staircase leaves behind. We are just going to leave it there. So sometimes I decide to cut it out so that it's like open to the floor below, but I think that it's fine the way that it is on this because that area is going to be the kind of spell crafting area with the cauldron and everything. So I think that it is pretty good. I'm just going to put the ladder over here next to the staircase. And then we're going to use, again, these little trimmings to differentiate spaces. I do have to turn move objects back on. The reason I turned it off was because I didn't want to place the stairs in a place that the Sims wouldn't be able to use them. So I did put it, I turn it off and on depending on what I'm doing and what I need it to do. So that back there is going to be the master and then the bathroom and then a nursery. Because toddlers, I don't think toddlers can go up ladders no matter what their movement skill is. And then a bathroom downstairs as well. You know, the Sims always need to go to the bathroom at the same time, so you are worth having more than one bathroom in your house. I was kind of trying to decide what to do with the landscaping, but I just put a tree there and then just some paint to denote where the highest level of foot traffic is. And then we are going to start adding in doors all around, just a plain door for the bathrooms and then more ornate doors for the bedrooms. And then I am going to try and use the Realm of Magic wallpaper for everything. I want the theme to be consistent. It's basically a Realm of Magic pack house plus some other stuff because Realm of Magic doesn't have everything you need to build a house. So that is what's going on here. And I'm just separating the kitchen area. Like it's going to have a different wallpaper. It's in the back there. But other than that, I love this like purple wallpaper with the flowers. I think that is so pretty. And then we are going to put in some lights really quick just so I can see what I'm doing on the inside here. Up all the way, yep. And then we are going to start working on the other wallpapers. The bathrooms get the same wallpaper, and then the bedrooms all get, you know, a similar wallpaper but a different swatch. So that is what's going on there. All the way up to the third floor. It was hard deciding on a color, but I tried to be consistent. And then the bathrooms are going to get this stone area. Also, the kitchen is going to get this stone, and the rest of the house is going to get the wood wallpaper, not wallpaper, flooring, wood flooring. And we're just going to go with a different swatch on the outside. It was kind of hard to choose, but because honestly, that's not my favorite flooring ever. Like, I feel like it's more usable for small spaces. But anyway, we are going to put in another one of those trims, and then we're going to put in some house trims. And I didn't realize I was using a roof trim at first here, so then I was like, why can't I use it on the second floor here. So then we fix that and go with actually a slimmer trim here. I think looks much better than the thicker one. Foundation, just a plain white, nothing too exciting. And then we are going to start actually, you know, doing the furniture. And I'm going to start with the kitchen in the back here. I am going to have to overlay some of the cabinets just to make them, fit in those diagonal spaces and without any um, gaps in between them. So we're doing that. And then the fridge over there. Honestly, it was really hard to choose swatches because I feel like they don't match. Like the counters have this white and gray swatch, but the fridge only has a white and gold swatch for what it's just anyway. Um, I am also going to try and use the sinks and the curtains. So these curtains are a little big, and I ended up having to lower some of them. Like they peek through the next floor, which is the problem. So I tried to take them down, but they couldn't come down over in this area for some reason. Curtains always want to give me trouble. Like they never sit in the place that I want them to sit. So anyway, I did choose to use this smaller curtain and get it a little lower so that it could fit without going up to the next floor. And then I just use a smaller curtain on all the curtains here on this floor. That's my dog. And we are just using a blue swatch for the third floor because I think it's pretty. And I was going to just leave the kitchen like this, but then I noticed that there is a Realm of Magic bar. So I was like, oh, well, I should add a little, it's not an island, it's a peninsula onto the cabinets so that it just, I can use the bar and it looks nice and whatever. So I do add that right here, and I have to turn move objects off again just to make sure that it's not, that it still fits. So we do that, and I do have to replace this cabinet right here. There we go. So that they all line up. And there we are with the bar area. Just going to add in some of the stools and call the kitchen good. I think actually, yeah, we're just going to put up a couple of decorations, but other than that, it's pretty good. And I did want to add in some like nature vine details on the side of the house. So I added these purple flowers from Jungle Adventure. I thought that the purple matched pretty well, and then just added some like vines and stuff around it so it doesn't look like just a line of purple. So we are just adding in some other stuff here and calling that good. Also putting in the actual Realm of Magic hanging plants there. And then I really liked the idea of putting in just tiny little lights in the windows just because, it's like a fairy vibe. So that's what we're going with there. And then sizing down the big chandelier. Before we go into the dining area, Realm of Magic does have a lot of stuff, like a lot of different room stuff. Like it has counters and bar stools and a stove and a fridge and a dining table and everything. So it really, you can almost completely furnish a house with Realm of Magic stuff. It's just, it doesn't have trash cans. It doesn't have stuff like that. So that is one of the problems with the pack. Well, it's not a problem. It's just you can't furnish a whole house with it. That's just it. So we are going to use the sofas here in like this cream color and create the living room area. Oh, it doesn't have a TV as well. But then I just put one of these fancy rugs outside. I don't even know if that's enough space for dueling, but that is kind of what I had in mind is you come out onto the porch to duel. So that's what I was thinking. Oh, it also doesn't have a stereo, I think. But I do like these fancy crystal lamps. I think those are cute. And I am just going to put a stereo over here instead of a coffee table or anything, or an end table, whatever you want to call it. Because my Sims do, like they're in a club where you dance, because dancing is a really easy way to get club points. So there is that. And then I'm just quickly putting another little table in the entryway here before we go into the bathroom. And this is a weird shaped bathroom, so I just stick a plant in the corner there to use up the rest of that space. And then we will add in one of the fancy lights, the little bug, firefly, whatever it is, lights. And then I kind of wanted to put that fountain somewhere, but I didn't find a place for it because I didn't want to start using up the backyard. I wanted to leave it relatively open, but I did put the cauldron up on a platform here, so that was cool. I'm trying to use platforms more. I really feel like I haven't been utilizing them enough since they came out, but they're really a handy tool. So I am going to put in all the decorative items because this is kind of the magical spell casting potion area where you learn about stuff. You know, you sit and you read a book about spells or something, or then you cook mac and cheese in the cauldron, which is the very first thing my sim did when I set them free. Like when I was letting my sim just wander around right after this while I waited for the lighting to get a little better so that I could take screenshots. That is what I did. Um, or what they did, sorry. The sim immediately came up here and cooked mac and cheese. They're not a spellcaster yet, but they will be in my Let's Play. So if you head over to that, you will see that there. But right now we are just putting in this carpet to fill up some space over here. I'm actually pretty sure that that could be enough space for dueling as well. I'm really not sure how much space is needed for dueling, but that's fine. And honestly, like, a spellcaster's house isn't even that important, I guess, because whenever I go to the Realm of Magic, I usually stay there. I'll just do enable free build and add a bed in, and it already has a shower and every kitchen and everything else. So you really could stay there as long as you find somewhere to sleep. And they have like couches for naps, so it's not impossible for your sim to survive there. I do want to add some apple trees in the backyard though, because you can make the plentiful needs potion with apples, so that would be totally handy. I love that. And we are just furnishing the second bathroom and then heading into the master. That was just the nursery, just some kids and some toddler and baby stuff. The kids' room actually is going to be the tower, so there is that. We are going to have a few children. Usually, and this is kind of weird, but usually when I play as a spellcaster, I end up like finding another spellcaster in the realm of magic to have babies with. So, um, and this is a generational let's play that I'm doing, so there will be children. So I just put the kids' room up here. It doesn't really have much in it, but it is, you know, enough to sleep in. All the toys and stuff are in the floor down, so it's really just a room for beds. But that is what we are going with, and we are going to wrap up soon here. But just put some fun like lights and little pictures and stuff in because it is a kid's room, so you want it to be a little more fun than just a regular bedroom. And then I'm just checking the outside, going to add in just a little bit of lighting by the door, but other than that, it's pretty well lit. So we are going to head into screenshots. So here we are in the screenshots, and this is the outside, of course, the little porch area. I did invite over the family club to waste time. Yeah, I put all of the family in one club, so that's how I keep track of the generations. But anyway, so here is the first floor with the kitchen, the dining area. Here is the second floor. You can see the mac and cheese. I did get a picture of them cooking the mac and cheese right here, so I thought that was funny. The master bedroom, followed by the nursery, and then we are going to head into the kids' room. So in my next video, we will be playing with Finn. So I hope I will see you guys there, and I will catch you next time.